Bail reform means most bail bondsmen in New York State are no longer needed, but they do not have the same power to call for change as did their counterparts in another state. I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht looks at how they are still trying to change that law.
We make a lot of money. Bail bondsman agents, we make a lot of money.
Sharice Akins of Buffalo Bail Bonds says agents like her were bringing in thousands of dollars a week. Bail reform is decimating that income.
I'm not going to be bailing people out of jail. I used to post maybe like 8 to 10 bails a week or more. Maybe we're at 2.
The same goes for Steve Levy of Amherst Bail Bonds.
90% of the bails are gone.
And so 90% revenue too, right? I mean.
Yeah.
But could the bail bond industry in New York, reeling from these losses, force possible repeal of the controversial new law like the industry did in California? The short answer is no. That's because unlike California, New York is not a referendum state, which means citizens cannot force a public vote on the repeal of legislation. But the industry isn't giving up just yet. The I-Team looked through New York State campaign finance records and found that bail bonds companies have given thousands of dollars to politicians statewide and here in Western New York. The State Bail Bondsman Association spent $75,000 on lobbyists to oppose bail reform in Albany from January to June of last year. And groups connected to the industry are spending thousands more on Facebook ads and YouTube videos meant to influence the public and, by extension, lawmakers. Most of the donations locally were given before the bail reform debate started, like the $1,000 given to DA John Flynn when he ran for office 4 years ago. Flynn says he was unaware of the donation.
Yeah, I personally wouldn't know because I do blind donations. I don't know who gives them to me. But the fact that they gave me $1,000 in 2016, yeah, I assumed that they just did it as standard political practice. It obviously didn't do any good because I didn't know about it.
Donations given to state leaders like Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes also appear to have had little effect, as Peoples-Stokes, like Flynn, strongly supported bail reform.
I have not been approached by any bail bondsmen around here. No one in the industry has, even beforehand it took place, called me up or reached out to me to complain. I imagine that they're not happy.
George Osai of City Bail has nothing good to say about state leaders who voted for the law.
These politicians, to me, it's nothing but a ploy. It's an election time.
Osai concedes that many nonviolent crimes should not require bail automatically.
I do understand if there's a traffic stop, that you should not be giving a bail. They should let you go and come back to court.
But he has a simple answer for those who point out that the bail system adversely affects low-income populations.
If you do not want to be arrested, then damn it, don't do the crime.
What do you say to people who are out there saying, well, the bail bondsman it's going to hurt their business, so that's all they care about is their pocketbook? What do you say to that?
Well, if that be the case, then what are you telling us that they should get rid of lawyers? Then they should get rid of police officers. And therefore, they should get rid of judges.
Bail bondsmen in Albany appear more organized than those in Buffalo. Flynn thinks that may have something to do with Erie County instituting its own bail reform before the state law went into effect in January. In 2018, Flynn's office stopped asking for bail on defendants who were charged with misdemeanors or nonviolent felonies. In September of that year, there were 1,074 pretrial detainees being held at county jails. This January, that number was down to 425, a decrease of 60%.
Those numbers were slowly going down over the course of the past year and a half. And so it wasn't a shock to that bail industry like other counties have had across New York State.
For the I-Team, Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.